WGST. It's Women on Wednesday on The Dana Barrett Show.
If you have listened to the show for a long time, you've probably heard Dr. Mark Beaty on the show from time to time and maybe heard some of our ads. And we've been fans of Dr. Beaty and Beaty Facial Plastic Surgery for a long time, but we're switching it up today. We've got the other Dr. Beaty in the house. Dr. Laura Beaty is with us. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Your household must just be full of smarts.
Well, it's pretty reasonably smart.
Pretty
yes.
good over there. I feel like if I was in a 2-doctor household, I feel like there'd probably be some arguing because I'd want to always win the smarts contest.
Our 16-year-old leaves the room a few times.
Nice. But you've been together a while, so obviously you guys have worked it out. Before we get into sort of the reason you're here and the changes coming up in terms of what you're doing from a practice standpoint, give me a little bit of your background, Laura.
Sure. So I'm a family medicine doctor. I actually am leaving a concierge medicine practice that I've been in for almost 15 years. I was one of the early concierge medicine docs in Atlanta, the first solo concierge medicine doc in Atlanta, 2004.
Wow.
And sold that practice recently, and now I'm moving on, and I'm going to join my husband's office in Midtown.
So this is a big change.
It is.
After 15 years. That's a long time.
15 years and 25 years, almost 25 years of marriage, and never having worked outside of the home together. It should be interesting. It'll make or break us.
I think I'm going to root for you. You got this. But so why that decision? What made you want to do this now?
Well, the change, I think, came from a lot of different factors. Selling my practice being a big one, and about to turn 50, wanting something a little bit different. Midtown's close to home for me, so I'm really excited about joining his existing practice. One of his employees used to be my employee for 8 years, so it almost feels a little bit like going home.
Nice. So but he is a plastic surgeon, and that practice is plastic surgery, and that is not what you're going to be doing.
No, yes and no. I am actually not a plastic surgeon, nor do I want to play one on TV.
Nice.
My goal is to bring a wellness component to the practice, a strong focus on health prevention for his patients, some of my past patients, and I will learn. Already I'm doing a lot of the laser technologies, but I will learn to do Profound, which is a skin tightening procedure. So I'm excited to do a little bit of that. Some areas I have no interest in, but I think that the physical health from our bodies as we age needs as much help as our facial aging.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting. Dr. Laura Beaty hanging out with us right now. She is newly joining the team at Beaty Facial Plastic Surgery. But I think it's interesting because I feel like a lot of the people that will go in to pursue something that makes you look better are also people that care about their health. So, they're people that take care of themselves in general. So it makes sense, I think, to bring some of that together under one roof.
It not only makes sense, but the science holds true to that. When people look better, they typically make healthier decisions, whether it's exercising more, taking vitamins, going to the doctor more regularly. So it does all tie together.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people. I can speak to that. I mean, sometimes I choose the things that are like the outward things first, but then once I got that situated, then I'll go to the inside stuff,
right,
that actually makes you feel better and not just look better. So talk about some of the things that you're going to be doing, because I know there's a lot of new stuff out there in the market. I mean, there's things we hear about all the time, and I'm never sure which things are real and which things are like quackery.
Yes, and that is an important distinction. And there's gray zones in medicine. There are fads in medicine.
Yeah.
So figuring out how to weed through that, you need an advisor. And I think a family medicine doctor is a great person to use for that.
Yeah.
So some of the exciting things that we're going to add, one is for skin. It's called Skin Fit. It's a genetic test that looks at someone's markers, DNA markers for their skin health. So we could possibly bring a 30-year-old and gauge how well they're going to age. Are they going to have a lot of problems with wrinkles down the road or not so many? And that can help guide us to what their individualized program needs to be throughout their life rather than just throwing everything at it. Same is true. I'm going to do a weight loss program that I'm super excited about. Now that it's hard to talk about right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Probably a better topic for January when we're all feeling sluggish and overweight. But the goal there is to also use a genetic test called Pathway Fit that measures. If anyone's done 23andMe, it looks similar to that. You look at about 78 different DNA factors that contribute to how well you respond to certain exercises, certain diets, so it can be very specific as to what diet you should be on. And we use also a box of food to get you jump-started called Prolon, which mimics a fasting diet, and for the average weight loss for men, around 15 pounds. For women, it's been around 8 pounds just in that 5 days. So it's a great jump start. Also some anti-aging benefits. And then we use that to parlay into using the genetic test to really, again, individualize a program for what's going to work for someone.
That is fascinating. First of all, I just have to side note, Dr. Beaty, and say it's super unfair that the men lose 15 pounds and the women lose 8. What is that?
Testosterone.
This is not fair. That is, they have beautiful eyelashes and they lose weight it's just not fair.
Testosterone.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, putting the non-fairness aside. So that's really interesting, though, thinking about genetics and weight loss, because I think we generally, as a society, kind of look at people that are overweight and say, oh, well, it's just your fault. Like you're just eating too much. And we don't really give sort of credit to the fact that our bodies are completely different and our genetics are completely different, and what works for one person isn't necessarily going to work for everybody.
Right.
So does this actually inform how to sort of move forward with weight loss?
It does. It gives me information on whether a Mediterranean diet is going to be most helpful for someone, whether it is a low carbohydrate diet that's going to be most helpful for someone.
Wow.
Also focuses on which exercises make the most difference. Some people get more benefit from strength training. Other people get more benefit from sprinting. So we can really work with not only someone's history and their own personal barriers, but their genetic barriers.
So with your medical background, I'm just sort of looking back into the past, how much, I mean, I know we hear this all the time from a statistics standpoint, but how much is being overweight affecting people's health?
A lot for a lot of people.
Okay.
There are a subset of overweight people that are reasonably healthy. Now,
Sure.
still carrying around too many pounds, it impacts your knees, it impacts your feet. So even the healthy overweight have problems, but by and large, obesity is increased risk for diabetes, heart disease,
Sure.
obstructive sleep apnea. I mean, you name it.
And do you also see, I always wonder about this too, though, because I have friends, and listen, I have literally, for people who are listening and maybe have seen me on camera and think, oh, whatever, you're thin, shut up. But the reality is I have literally been every size under the sun over my life, and I've been up and down the weight scale my entire life. So I really do get it. But I also have friends who have sort of been dieting their whole lives. Does that impact health also if you're always sort of doing something restrictive?
You really don't want to do roller coaster. It's better to do maintenance. And the Prolon diet, what I want to use that for also is to use it for people to maintain so that they're not gaining these 5 pounds per year and ending up 50 pounds overweight 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And so we can use that to bring off the holiday weight, the vacation weight, and to keep people net even.
All right. Now, you already said this, but before I let you go, I know we don't want to take the fun out of Thanksgiving.
No.
But as we head into Thanksgiving, any tips just to keep it reasonable?
Get on the scale right now, see where you are, and really exercise and to try to keep your weight gain to no more than 3 or 4 pounds, because you can get that off right after.
Yeah.
If you really blast it out and gain a lot more, it's just an uphill battle.
I always like to try to save it for the stuff I love the best. Don't pig out on just the turkey. That's not the good part for me. I want all the side dishes,
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Beaty, obviously we're going to have you back now in January when everybody's in that new year, new you part of the year. I love that, though. But thank you so much, and good luck joining your hubby in the practice.
Thank you.
We will post a link to all things Beaty Facial Plastic Surgery and all things Dr. Laura Beaty on our show notes page at danabarrett.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.